Hey, girl. Hello. How's everybody doing? Are you having a good night? Is everything going okay? That's not turned down, has it? Or has it? I don't even know. I don't know how this sounds. I'm just winging it. So you're either going to hear everything in the background or nothing. There will be no middle. That is how it is. Right. My QS, bye-bye. Don't judge me. Right. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to assume yous are okay. Well, apart from Cyber's dying. It's unfortunate. He will be missed. I know it said something really mean there. Right, let's have a look. No, I'm dead. You're not allowed to die yet, tell you. Ooh. Well, you cannot be dead then, can you? That you can't eat kebab when you're dead. And that's just not acceptable. Squad lobby. I haven't turned the screen over yet. So, I couldn't actually go and farm the spitter last night because in order to be able to go and do the quests, I've got to go a bit further forward in the story. And I didn't want to do that off stream. So, we may just end up farming a ballerina spider. Right, hang on. I'll swap the screen. Dude. I should really put the squad ID in the Discord. That would be an idea, wouldn't it?
Fields are just beyond here?
God damn
yes,
it.
along our trade route. I can vouch for its safety.
Straight on in then. Okay.
Have you been trading with this village long?
Since beyond remembrance. After the season of plenty, we traveled there to trade. Of course,
that went
traveling
well.
During the season of fallow has its risks. I was past this responsibility some time ago. And our way of life continues.
Sorry,
unchanged.
Petal. Just have to do better. I'm not nasty.
Oh, is this it?
I'm encouraging.
People call it the oil well basin. As the name suggests, oil wells up here during one season and then burns.
That's the one that I always hear on your stream, so it doesn't seem to work very well.
Fire is the way of the land, then.
I'll need to get a different one.
Consider investing in some
I will.
heat-resistant equipment. Can't argue with that.
They're lovely.
Don't fall from your perch now.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
Sorry. There's not a great deal I can do about it right now.
Tight squeeze. This
Should I pretend?
bridge must be effective.
Should I pretend I get a shock? Will that make me feel better?
We are nearly to the Everforge, Azuz.
A zoo.
I'm getting excited.
Sounds it.
An artisan's paradise.
Do it.
You said there were 3 tribes? I wonder how the bone folks source their materials.
I wonder if any of it's worth a sniff.
Works!
Both of you.
That would have potentially worked if
I
Do
will
It hadn't
introduce you to the chiefs
occurred
when
at
we
the same
arrive.
time.
Do not fret about formalities. They are quite casual.
That would be great, thank you.
Alma, can we ask about the keepers?
Of course we will.
There. Headphones are fitted tighter to the skull. So now everything is super loud. Gosh darn it, Simon, you ruined it. I didn't ruin it this time. Very catty today. And yes, just today, thank you. Hair's tickling my neck and I don't like it. But I can't tie it up because I've got a chopstick.
Let me show you to the chiefs.
Oh, don't
Quite a
start.
setup.
You can say
Craigie Moses.
I see not all the forges are in use.
It will be fine.
Oh, nobody likes this shit.
Hey! Good to see you, friend. Thanks for coming.
It's been a while.
What a nice surprise. You'll have to stay for the festival.
Let me introduce you. These are Kunafa's guests. They are travelers from the west.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, yeah, that's a very
Well, then,
strong word.
That makes you our guests as well.
Loathe entirely.
Welcome,
No.
travelers. I present you Azuz, the
Muscle mummy.
Everforged.
As you can see, we have a long history of crafts making. My name is Ida, Chief of the Bone Folk. If you need monster materials crafted, we're the best there is.
I am Dolgard. I lead the Stone Tribe. If it's rocks or minerals, we got you covered.
She is a very pretty lady.
I'll take the grand tour, please.
You lucked out. You're just in time for the Fire Spring
Oh, I like her
Festival.
hair.
That will win.
Sure you will.
They ignite the Everforge during the festival. It is quite a formidable force.
There is plenty of time before things kick off. So please, go ahead and make yourselves at home. Take a load off. Relax.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Show our guests around.
Right. This way.
I'd say the microphone's picking up some form of volume,
This will do nicely.
other than me, and I don't know what it is.
Hey! I want to go observe the bone folk. It's fine, right?
And that annoys me.
I want to go check out this Everforge myself.
I wish I could doppelganger myself so I could see it all at once.
I love that Palico
I
outfit.
have business with the oil folks' chief. He's held the position for a long time. Countless years, so his knowledge must run pretty far back.
Then he might have heard of the Keepers.
Follow me.
Just forget it, boss. I hate you.
Oh.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
I hope we didn't come at a bad time.
The girl, she is one of the oil folk. I hope it's nothing serious.
So Alma and the others are going to talk to the chief. What's your plan?
You customize your pop-up camp. Nice. So you got much planned with your night? I know one of you is just gonna curl up with a kebab and die some more. How about you, G? Right, I don't need add-ons. I don't need claim content. I don't need you. Ski pop. You are correct. I thought as much. To be fair, I'm not that bad now. Good. I had McDonald's. And I burped a few times. So I'm good again. Show off. Just because you can burp. I'm glad you're good again though. I I'd rather have that than those. McDonald's. I can change these back now. I forgot you can't do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those. Right, what dual blades? Paralysis. Paralysis. And the gun. Oh, it's gonna be a dick. Okay, hang on. Are you gonna let me do something I want to do? Oh, there we go. Right. Not a lot of ammo I can use. Customized ball gun. Christ, this music is loud. God damn. Trying to sort out ball gun. It's like that, you know, the thing at the beginning of the cinema where it's, is it THZ or something, or blast your fucking heat off? Mm-hmm. Special ammo, weapon. Adhesive ammo. Ooh. I think I'd rather have sticky ammo. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Lurk also. Ammo pouch, that was the one. I remember as a kid, there was a point in time where the surround sound in the cinema didn't sit well with us. I'd get a bad feeling, but yeah, no, I know that one. I'm sure it was THZ or something that was on the screen for hours, but it'd start off low and then it would, like, the volume would increase and then it would shake the soul of your fucking ancestors with the bass. No likey. Like instant sensory overload. THC sound, yeah. Right, where is this individual? Excuse me, coming through, thank you. Hi, Anomaly.
For being worried for the tribe.
Now that I've awoken from drunken hibernation. Nice. Good morning, Miss Pandy. Oh, stop it. Did you have a good night? I mean, if you had drunken hibernation, I'm assuming you had... I'm now Sean Connery. I'm assuming you had a good night. Thank you, G.
Everyone is excited for the festival. We're gonna craft some true wonders this season.
Have you seen this Palico outfit? Look at his little legs just swinging about. It is so cute. It was fun. Good.
Never seen these monster materials before. Have you seen all the
See, now there's two of you
monster
that have had,
materials they
like,
work with you?
shenanigans. I need a night
Pretty
out.
impressive, all right.
In olden times, they used to harvest material the way they tell it.
Oops.
This is just them scraping by with what they can find. I'd give an arm and a leg to see how they were able to rake in so many materials in the old days.
Mechapelgo. Right. Oh.
It must
Stay
have
less
figured
pop. I'm
out
coming over.
something.
Yes.
But what?
Overnight out. Get on. This way.
How does this work? So what's your take? How do you think they power this thing?
We'll go to Newcastle and I'll show you why people are like, Northerners. Okay.
It lights up for their festival, right? Something to do with some fire spring?
I don't like
So
this
where
dude.
does this fire come from, and what makes it spring? What do you think they even make with it?
Plan? Yeah, I can do that. I
what's
always
your
end up
name?
being the designated
From the-
mummy of the group anyway when we go out for a drink.
Avis unit. You're the Avis hunter.
I'll make sure you get
Right.
back safe,
Right.
Petal. Don't you worry.
Sorry, I try not to clutter my brain with unnecessary details. I'm not worth the energy. Energy is finite, and I choose to use mine to get to
I'd
the
pay to walk
bottom of
behind
this
you and watch
effort
that.
push.
I imagine it would actually be quite an entertaining sight. Little cripple 5'7" dragging along fucking drunken Danish 5'11". She's like, come on. Home time. $100 a minute, Jesus. And it was a deal?
Greetings.
I'm terrible at
My name is
negotiation. I
Ola.
would have just been like,
Do
yeah,
you think
okay.
we could have a word?
No.
We're part of an expedition. My friends and I are here looking for something.
A pleasure to meet you.
It is good to see you again.
She sounds like a
Shifra.
robot.
Zato. Still kicking, I see. Who are these people?
Trustworthy friends. They saved Kunafa in our hour of need.
Easy money. We can go back again the day after. I just got past this part last time I played it. Ooh, nice. On my offline save, I've got a little bit further ahead than this, but I've skipped every single cutscene. To the point yesterday, there was a... I think it's the first time you see the white monster, when it chokes the shit out of one of the monsters that you're fighting that makes the iridescent looking armor. I was like, oh, at the start of the cutscene, it shows this thing walking away, and then I ended the cutscene, it was just dead in front of us, and I thought, oh, I must hit it too hard. No, I just skipped the cutscene.
We're searching for
I should
the
have learnt
Scully's
from
home.
Final Fantasy XIV, really.
Have you ever
but
heard of the Keepers?
never mind. So we're all experiencing these cutscenes at the same time. Except for
Keepers.
you, because you're ahead.
Can't
That
say
entire
that I
waffle was
have.
completely pointless. You're welcome.
Is that a Wilkstone pendant? No, not quite. And yet it strikes me as very
You're
similar.
like, so that's what I was,
Some
yeah.
time ago, I heard about an object
I was like,
that
oh,
seemed
I
the
wasn't good.
Wilkstone's
I thought I just beat the
counterpart.
shit out of it too much.
Do you know
No,
where it's
no.
produced?
Hardly. But long ago,
I mean,
the
it makes a nice
population
surprise, and
thrived
it's
had access
authentic
to more
reactions that you're
advanced
getting on stream when
technology.
something happens in a cutscene, and I'm like, oh,
Perhaps these keepers are what remain of a tribe with connections to that ancient age.
sorry.
My village is at the end
Didn't
of
mean
an
to punch the
underground
microphone
tunnel.
there.
Lots of tunnels around here. Well, see if I can find you a guide.
OG thanks.
Where was that girl headed earlier?
Maki? She went to gather auric oil. It's needed for the Fire Spring Festival.
Okay.
She's desperate to see our tribe succeed. Won't listen to a damn thing
Broke
I
the seal,
say.
didn't I? And I yawned early, and now I'm just gonna
May I
yawn
ask
loads.
why you're against her going?
Because some things are more important. Enough of
Such
that.
as?
Problem is the gathering site is crawling with monsters this time of year.
Oh no.
If Roku knew what was good for him, he'd have brought her home.
Well, evidently he does not. So here we are.
I heard you ignite your Everforge during the Fire Spring Festival.
We used the tremendous heat from the fire spring to produce Azusa's specialty, orichalcite. However, the quality of the orichalcite hinges entirely on the integrity
So
of
what
the
have you got
materials
going on
used to
today
forge it.
then, Anomaly?
Recently,
Do you need
the oil
recovery?
folks' offerings haven't been up to
Or
snuff.
are you good?
Lackluster, they say. Huh, as if I care. I don't care.
Can't tell if that was the door or not. I'm gonna assume not. Me and Spyro are just gonna relax and play Split Fiction. Ooh, nice.
So the
How is
girl
Spyro?
heading right into a monster den?
If I may be so bold, might I propose that we go look for Maki?
No.
What? I can't go sending guests to their deaths.
Exactly. See? No.
But, well,
No, but
you seem like a tough lot. If you can, I'd be grateful.
We'll find her. I promise.
damn it.
Come and speak to me. once you're
Cutscenes may be
ready.
viewed
I'm going
again.
with
I
you.
don't even normally view them the first time. Viewed again. Do you like my bird? Seeky Pop? That's not my bird. That's my bird. Seeky Pop. After I got fired, she started looking around to quit the company we worked at. Oh! Yeah, fuck that company. Dickheads. Talk to Alma.
Shall we begin the search?
No, but I have no choice. God's sake. I think I need coffee.
Right. Let's be on our way.
Any
Wake my
idea
ears
where she
up.
might have gone?
We're looking for a monster den where auric oil can be gathered. I asked Jabron for some directions and gave the scent to our scout flies. Said the exit near the bone folk is our best bet.
Apply to work on Konami in warehouse. That could be fun. Ooh! Well, good luck. I hope it goes well. I genuinely thought the bird was going to run into that person's house there. Like, no, Sticky Pop.
Just follow the scout flies. They know where to go. Jabron warned me that oil accumulates in this area very easily. It'll be like walking through tar. Best to avoid it.
Understood.
As a gamer,
Let's
it
be
would be
careful.
cool to work
That
at
looks like a
Konami, I
good
think.
place for a
Yeah,
pop-up
I
truck.
agree. Oh, we're gonna have a pop-up camp, you say? I mean, it's a bit exposed, but okay. This isn't even a pop-up camp. What's she on about then? There's normally like a little circle appears on the floor where you can do a pop-up camp. Did she mean up here? That's where we came from. Where did you mean? I have no idea where she meant to put a pop-up cam.
The scent of oil is even stronger here.
I wonder what little
Does
perks
that mean
you'd get.
we're getting close?
I'm pretty sure I still have arachnophobe mode on. Not that it will make any difference for this boss.
Tread carefully.
This one's kind of gross.
This must be what they were gathering. Oh no! Wait, isn't this... It's still in pretty good shape. It looks like it was just left here. Like someone abandoned it while they were in a hurry. They couldn't have gone far. Let's keep searching.
They could have been eaten.
Rompopolo!
Where do they get these names? A Rompopolo. I'm going to fight a balloon animal.
It looks pretty angry.
It's definitely not happy we're here.
An angry balloon
I
animal.
hope nothing happened to them. But we
With
won't find out
spikes?
until we deal with this thing first.
Right.
The Rompopolo is a
Da
food
dee
plot.
dee 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 dee.
The gas it stores up in the cells has poison and explosive properties. Stay clear.
Whoop. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, bomb it, motherfucker. How do I special ammo like that? Right, okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Oops. Yeah, fuck off. Oh. Oh. I'm learning. A little bit. Oh no, ads are gonna start in like 1 minute. For anyone that gets ads. Whee! What other ammo do we have then? Spread, sticky ammo. Takes a lot to reload. Uh-oh. Woo! Excuse me. Thank you. So sticky ammo takes a while, so I'm going to stick with PS for now. Oopa. Oh. Oh no. Giggity. Oh yeah. Thank you. So it's trickier to do the, well, it's not trickier to do the wound destroyed with a gun. But generally, like when I've used the bow, when you wound destroy, oh, it locks onto it. Why aren't you shooting? Stupid. Have I missed something? Do I only have so many, like, wound destroy options? Right, there we go. Ah, yes, I only have so many wound destroy options. Okay, well, that's a bit stupid, but whatever. Who am I? Judge. Motherfucker! Okay. Nope. I forgot how to get on the fucking bird there. Great. Well, I don't need to sharpen anything. So there's that. I really want some food now. All I've been thinking for like the last, what? 25 minutes? Is, ooh, McDonald's or ooh, kebab. Your fault entirely. Ooh! Thanks, Mr. Monkey. Let me help you. I'm being helpful, don't start your fucking bullshit with me. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Where you going? It's right there. Stupid. At least my specials have reloaded. That was sheer dumb luck. Oh no! I broke its back. That feels kind of personal. Sorry. Yeah. Have it. Uh-oh. Welcome back from the ads. As you can see, I am not dead. Somehow. Ah. See how I said somehow? Mm-hmm. Clearly I spoke too soon. Oh, bollocks, I missed. Got that one, though. Motherfucker! Oh, it ran away from the trap. It's my deed. Reload. Thanks. It would appear. Do I? Oh, they're unlimited. Good. Right, do I have any bombs? Ah, yes I do. I have bombs. Just gonna put that there.
I'm set.
And then we're just gonna put that there.
Set a bomb.
And then we're gonna go the fuck over here. And, skadoosh. That looked painful. Not gonna lie. Shame, ding ding. Uh-oh. I deserve that. Shit. I suppose that was deserved too. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah! All with a gun. Fuck yeah. Sorry, I know I wasn't very talkative there. Naughty, naughty. So that one's a little bit gross. A little bit gross. Light bowgun's not bad though. I don't mind the light bowgun. I don't like that you're limited on how many of like the red shots you can do. But I suppose I get it because you do seem to launch a fucking rocket. Kind of makes sense why that is limited. Oh, was that it? I thought that was a... Never mind. Victory! Do, 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 do. Right, so hopefully we can see what this gives us. It might just give us the whole, like, you know, you can see part of it because you're not far enough ahead yet, bollocks, but we will see.
Good hunt. Now, let's go find Maki. She can't have gone far.
That's such a cute calico outfit.
Look! Please, can you help me? Rokul hurt himself when we were running.
Think I twisted something.
Here.
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh, lighten up. I'll be fine. I can't wait to see the boss's face. He'll get it. Oh, no way then.
Hi, Harold.
So,
how are you?
What's your story, friends?
We came here looking for you. The chief.
2
told
seconds
us
later,
what
he's gone get eaten. Yep.
Did he change his mind? Wish me luck?
He was worried about you.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
Just working.
Look.
You need some time off.
We got it.
You do. You do.
This should be enough. When does the fire spring begin?
Glad you asked.
That's okay. You don't have to be sorry. It's fine. Not a problem. I haven't actually put an alert up in Discord properly. Just the normal little one, not the big one.
They start to get really worked up when the fire spring is about to happen. We have to leave before they see us. Come on.
Other than work, are you doing well? I feel like I've got something in my eye.
They're starting without us.
Oh no.
Did we make it in time? Hey guys.
Get your head out of the crude! Time's a wasting!
All material is
Where does
vital.
this go?
Over there.
Not a
Okay,
scrap
hey.
wasted.
You get that
On
one.
it.
Just look at that firebrand go. Reminds me of me. You watching?
Yeah.
I will get
Listen
some
up.
next week. I'm about to take a minute to take the dogs to the dog park in the woods. So that will be a fun break. Good! How are the puppies? How are they doing? Oh. Oh.
Is that supposed to happen?
Stoke it more. Right. Ready.
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Chief, what is this?
The fire spring. has
Just turned 9
forsaken
months
us.
already. Jeez. Didn't think they were that old yet.
Everyone stop! The festival is off!
Oh no. No festival.
Don't cry, Maki. We'll have other chances.
Sorry about this, travelers. You too, my friend. This has never happened
Yeah.
before.
We do want to have fun. Gosh
How
darn
can
it.
this be? The fire spring never fails to come.
Forgive me, but if it's a natural phenomenon, there's not really any way of knowing when or if it will occur, correct?
What
Of course
are
you can.
talking about? Does the sun
Equality,
forget to
dude.
rise?
Equality.
Exactly. The cycle of fallow and plenty is a natural constant.
Not so much today.
Constant. I'm not giving up now. We have to fix this.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think you all need to see this.
Let's take a look.
Great wisdom declared it 40 years ago. The Lopa knows all. It was all the drugs. She saw shit nobody saw.
I'm told this helical beauty is known as the land spine. There. Do you recognize those crystals?
Is that Welk?
Correct. And this network is its source. Look. The crystals are forming wherever the land spine is damaged.
But they were using Welk and Kunafa too, like it was nothing unusual at all.
I think we can assume the land spine stretches all across the Eastlands. Our friends here were using the Wilk to stoke their Everforge, but it's no ordinary fuel. And therein lies our enigma. What is it? What is this energy for?
I still don't like him. I don't trust him.
Just gonna have to fix it.
What is it? You must return to the village. Sandtide is coming.
Impossible. It is too soon.
We thought so as well. Even the Elder.
I see. I am sorry, but I must return home.
Of course.
Oh.
Go look after your people.
Lots of shit's going wrong.
I guess that we'll...
I'm going with him.
What?
What if the White Wraith comes back? It showed up on the day
Yeah.
of the rainstorm.
Yeah. He
we
reminds me
saw
of the
it
bad
fly
guy
off
from
in the
Resident Evil
direction of the
3.
desert.
Not Nemesis, but the human dude.
Maybe
I agree.
It's inside the
Maybe that's why I don't
sandstorm
like
this
him.
time.
It is possible.
I'd like to join as well.
Christ.
I must learn more about this creature's unique abilities.
Sounds like we're all going back to Kunafa then.
Okay. Siki Pop, let us depart. That's a wall, my dude. That's a wall. Do you even know where
Let's
we're
prepare
going?
to leave quickly.
Oh. Can't just let me ride off and, you know, into the distance, into the sunset and be all cool and stuff. No, she has to wait 5 minutes and then go, hang on.
We should head for Kunafa as soon as possible. Are you
That's
all
what I was
set on
doing.
supplies?
I don't know. I don't
Everyone,
know.
we're leaving.
I do like this game. Sorry. Woo. Damn. I need caffeine.
Zato, what's the situation?
Chaotic.
Windy.
We cannot unravel why the sand tide is happening again so soon.
We intend to go to the Eye of the Storm. There's a good chance the monster we're after is there.
The Eye of the Storm? You mean the wind's gasp? No telling what terror awaits you there.
Fabulous.
Still, I shall not dissuade you from your calling.
Of course you won't.
May the wind guide your heart true.
Thank you. We head to the wind's gasp.
Okay. Let's go get beat to shit.
The sandstorm might attract it too. It's not much of a lead, but it's the best one we've got.
Flash pod equipped.
I see it!
Something's definitely not right.
I do believe we're about to meet a beastie. Oh, hello. Hi, mate.
That's telling.
This wind and lightning! Watch yourself now!
Check the map if you get lost.
I thought those were people for a second. Hi, Neon. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well.
Hear that?
Lurking it lurk.
Whatever made that sound is not happy.
Almost behind the mountain.
Stay on your toes.
Not bad. Hosting the in-laws. Oh. But they just went to their hotel. And I'm tired. Ah, that is fair. Hopefully it's a good in-laws relationship and not one of those I'm hosting the in-laws things. And that you're having a good time. Ta-da!
There it is. The White Wraith.
Okay, but what's the other one?
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator.
It's a bit of a
We
dick.
better keep our distance.
It's a bit of a dick.
From afar.
Atta!
Why? Why did it attack us? Did we do something wrong? There must be a reason, right? You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing? Give it to me, and I'll...
Get killed.
Let me go! I want to go home!
Turns we can do a lot of beverage making and sitting about quietly. Oh, I see. I mean, at least they're fine. But yeah, that sounds. You get some chill time, my dude. Chill time could be worth. Well, you're very right. It could be worth. Uh-oh. Never mind.
Is that monster absorbing its energy?
Right. Christ. Oh, there you go. It's recharged. Fabulous. Morning. Oh, come on. Really?
That doesn't look good.
No, it does not. She blatantly said shit, and they changed it to shoot. She blatantly said shit. I'd have said worse. Much worse.
The village is doomed if we don't stop it. I'll find us a spot to lay low. I'm going too. We've got to get Nata out of here. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll provide support for the time being.
Thanks.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. I don't think that person is capable of providing support. I've had to save them twice.
In order to protect the surrounding
Hello.
area,
How are you?
authorizes you to hunt Ray down.
No, thank you.
I'm on it.
Shit. Woo. That didn't go according to plan. Ooh. I swear that one blonde dude is pretty well-known anime actor. Ooh. I do recognize the voice. But then again, I'll often think that, and it turns out I was completely wrong. Excuse me. Oh no, I wanted that. Put it back. Put it back.
Storing the lightning?
Thank you. Oh, missed. Damn it. Ah! Get good, dang it, lady. I'm trying. It's not my fault. I just work here. Oh, 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 oh. Shit, missed. Ha ha ha. Got that one. Did I? No. But I'm about to. No, I'm not. Woo. Doing very, very well in anime and gaming. Ooh. Nope. Nope.
Hey, did you see that? After it discharged all that lightning, its head was wide open.
Yeah, I know. I was too busy trying to aim for the other spot. Cause I'm useless. Uh-oh. Woo. Oh, I deserve that. Thanks, dude. Where you going? Oh. Nope, that did not work. Follow the beastie.
The others should be at the camp beneath the oasis. Got it.
Yeah. Pew pew. Okay, that works too. That wasn't what I was going for, but okay. Uh-oh. Peekaboo. Ah. Woo. Yes! I got the wound! I got a punch, but I got the wound! Don't mind me, guys. Just your friendly neighborhood shooter person. Cycle. That didn't go very well. Woo! Let me tell you something. Haha. Hi, Mr. Maxwell. How are you? Uh-oh. Woo. Oh, I missed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Get the fuck in. Suck it.
You are watching a master at work.
You don't need to be sorry. You're fine. I didn't put any posts up anywhere. I literally just started up and I was like, it'll be fine. Boom! Motherfucker! Ah, right now. None of those went right in the kisser because it moved and I can't aim for shit. That's why I have notifications up. Sometimes the notifications don't work for mine. I've had it happen a few times. Oh. No. Ooh. That hurt less than expected. It's good. I'm glad you're good. I am well, thank you. You leave me alone. You bitch. Oops. Ooh, okay, I deserve that. Now wait just a second. Huh. Uh-oh. Woo. I got my bass out, so I've been relearning songs. Ooh, very nice. What songs? Ouch. Don't you whimper at me and try and make me feel bad. Nope, wrong arm. Leg, thing. Body part. Still destroyed it. Good. Bass player! Yes, Mr. Maxwell is bass player. Oh! I need to stop hitting this thing. It's because I'm used to having my microphone on my chair.
Monster, drop something.
And this isn't. It's now on the desk because it won't fit on the chair. What's this? Ooh, a heavy slicing board. I like. Hi-ho, Silver. Away! Should probably drink that. And then have that at the ready. Bass is more fun than other instruments in my opinion. That is fair. Yeepa. Boop. Ooh, ooh! I didn't mean to do that, but that was awesome. Yay! Of course I'm gonna miss. Move, move. I dropped a fucking giant rock on its head. And understandably, it's now a bit mad. Ow. Very mad. If it makes you feel better, I didn't know the rock was going to drop on your head. I don't think it makes it feel better. Ugh. Evening all. Happy International Women's Day. Evening, Zelda. Thank you very much, darling. How are you? Oh, that one smarted a bit. It's International Women's Day. It is. It is International Women's Day. Oh, I nearly got it. What's happening, everyone? I am good, thank you. How are you? Uh-oh. Leave me alone, you big bitch. Fucking take that. And then one of them. Some of this. Uh-oh. Missed. Oh, oh, oh. Get it. Well, I hit its head at least. Look at the... I know. Oh, no. Woo! Take that, you fucker. Oh, no, I don't have any of them left. Oh, I nearly got it. Its wings get in the way of the shots. Dragon? Some kind of dragon, yeah. Well, it's like an electric dragon. Ooh, a very angry electric dragon. Yoo-hoo! Uh-oh. Yes! Shot. It's got some Game of Thrones vibes. It does a bit, doesn't it? Oh, so many wounds. And I missed. Of course it is. Why would I have hit? That would have been helpful. Oh, I broke a taunt. Yay! Uh-oh. Woo! Rude. Trying to keep up with his bloody head. Very difficult. Especially for someone that's not a very good shot. Ah! Say hi, bitch. Ooh! That's rude. Ah! I had to move. Victory! I need to keep fighting this. Are you streaming tonight? I need the horns. Ah. I smashed both horns in this one. Grounding stone. It can dissipate electricity from an area of... Really? I need to pay more attention to my surroundings because that motherfucking shit would have been handy. Look at it. Just. Was gonna, but base playing got fun and time flew by. That is fair. That is completely fair. So are you doing okay, Zelda? And is the Famalam doing good? I forgot I had to press another button, sorry. Yeah.
Well
Indeed,
done.
I agree.
Phew, that was one heck of a monster. Should we go find
It
the
was a
others?
bit of a beastie.
Should still be
It
at the
was a
pop-up
bit of a
camp.
beastie.
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Thanks.
How is he?
He's calmed down. Says he'd rather be alone. It's the first time I've seen him this upset. Poor kid.
Drugs have worn off, haven't they?
He'll be okay.
Hey,
Stop it.
there's something I need to show you.
I didn't do anything.
It's back there.
I did nothing.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. You tell him. I love that outfit. Did anyone else see my jewel blades just floating in the air?
Why is it glowing?
No clue, but I noticed
All
it
good
when
here.
setting up
Mrs.
camp.
is very breathy and pregnant.
This
Oh, bless
is
her.
what Werner was going on about.
I'm glad you're
Yeah.
all doing well, though.
It looks
And
just
thank
like
you.
what we saw in Azu's, except this one's glowing. So, where do you think it goes?
Good. We can go back outside.
Yeah. It stopped glowing.
Yes, your wife. With her big
What does
blonde
it mean?
ponytail.
I'm just gonna toss this, but
Yeah, well, I mean, you do have to think all of our
I think
organs
this
are
and
now
the sandstorm might be
squished.
connected?
So,
Silly, right?
yeah.
No, it's a real possibility.
The
should
end
tell
is
Werner
always
what we found.
really fun. Banish the tumbleweeds
Good
from your
idea.
chat and become the main
Do you mind
event.
if we stop
I
looking
am the
off
main
before we
event,
go?
motherfucker. And there's
I'd
no
like to check in
tumbleweeds in
on
my chat.
everyone.
We're literally currently
Zoltan
having an
must also be
experience.
worried.
Yeah, good call.
Eric and I will take Nata back to base camp. Let's join up later.
Right. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Hang on.
What an ordeal. And that monster you faced.
I need to make note of
The Elder has
that
spoken of its
sight so I can
fearsomeness and
block
how
it.
influenced our use of gem chimes. Between the wounded Rey Dao and its attacker. If either had reached the village, I do not have the words to
What are
thank
me
you
and
for what
Zelda,
you
eh?
have done.
Scott Smith? Exactly. Fucking
The White
rude,
Raids
aren't they?
retreated to the oil well basin. But we don't know any more than that.
Bloody bots, I know. The nerve.
Eric seemed
The
convinced that what we
audacity.
saw was the White Wraith absorbing elemental energy.
Right, I need to go in there.
It's a lot to chew on.
Go there.
But our first order of business
here.
should be to talk to Werner.
I didn't even see the bot. Oh, it was one of them likely ban evader ones, so it restricted it in chat. But yesterday I got 3 of them. I mean, they made us laugh, I'll give you that, because it was, this one is banish the tumbleweeds from your chat and become the main event. One of them was your chat's so dead even the ghosts have left. Join this website and we'll fix that.
Let's head back to Azuz.
Oh, I can't remember what the other two were, but they were quite good. They were quite funny. Basically, all of them saying your chat's shit. Panda smited them down with these. Yes, yes, I did. It's actually kind of funny. I did appreciate it. I did appreciate it. I was like, well played. That's kind of funny. But you're a bot, so I'm going to ban you. But that's kind of funny. Right, hang on. I need to copy the website name. HNA.com. And then put that into the, if someone uses a sentence with this phrase in, it's not allowed. And I'll be like, fuck you! Circulating presenter! I mean, some of the usernames they're coming up with are different. Right, what am I doing? Who? Huh? Hello, who are you? Work has really started to pile up. Okay, I've been left with lots of things I still need. Say, mind if I ask for your help? Oh, of course. Give villagers special items. I hate the ones... What? I hate the ones who have a convo with you. Oh, well, in Tired stream, I'm sure in one stream alone there were at least 4 that popped up. It's got to a point now where if they pop up and I'm in chat, I'll just, like, at them. I'll be like, oh, do you stream? Because if they don't answer, they're a bot. Guarantee. One person answered. They were like, no, I don't do that. I was like, oh, okay, you're human, you're fine. By bot, do you mean AI? I'm a bit of a bot virgin. Yes. A robot. I mean, some of them aren't even AI. Some of them are actually people that are just paid to sit there and give you the spiel. And whether you block them or not, they still get paid for it. AI is a little different. It is a little different. Some of them are just straight up bots. Some of them are different. AI computes a response. Yeah, like the ones that start having a genuine conversation with you. They're just trying to scam. Yeah, pretty much. They'll tell you to go to this website, sign up for your details, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, we'll give you 250 followers or some stupid shit like that. But the followers they'll give you will all be bots. And then your account will get shut down because that's technically cheating in the eyes of Twitch. You mean the bot didn't have compromising pictures of me? No one get £1,000 back, sadly, no. Many of them are just automated programs so they can talk to you. They just have a script. They say no matter what happens. That is also very true. Yeah, that is very true. I don't know enough about them, I just know they're fucking irritating. But the ones that are saying like, your chat's so dead, this, that and the other, they're kind of funny. Where's the little chick who lets you change your... She gone! Siki Pop wanted a different colour. Oh well. Talk to this person in Azuz. She's down. Yeah. A Siri bot, like an auto mod you can get, takes care of most of them pretty well. Yeah, I've heard. To be fair, I mean, I have a habit of just doing things anyway. Like, I have mods, and I still just do stuff. Still just do the shout-outs, still do the banning. I don't mind. It's crazy people out scamming everywhere. I know. I mean, I get that you've got to make a living and blah, 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 but you could try and be less of a tosspot about it, couldn't you? The scariest response I ever got, I asked if they are real, and they replied, I'm as real as you are. Ooh, very Matrix. I like it. I like it. In chat watched since the early 80s. Sorry. I was looking directly at chat, so I saw that coming. The phone calls the good ones make. They're hard to tell the difference. True. Ooh, excuse me. Woo. To be fair though, if I get a phone call off a number I don't know, some of them are funny. One of my favourite telephone, like, scammy interactions I've had, when I answered the phone, they were like, hello, we hear you've been in a fatal car accident. And I was like, oh my god, have I? Like, I have no recollection of this. They're like, oh yes, well, sometimes you will forget things like that when you've been in the hospital. Do you remember your fatal car accident? I was like, no, I must have complete amnesia about it. But I let it go on for quite a while before I was like, can I just ask how you're able to contact me? And they're like, well, we have your number from this place. It was either an insurance play or something stupid like that. And I was like, yes, but it was a fatal accident. And then just let it sit there for a little bit. They didn't click initially. Like, I didn't think I'd get such good cell reception down here. Okay, I know. I was expecting a sassy boo bitch. Ooh, that's an idea. I might do that now. That's so messed up, Panda. Oh, I know. This is your afterlife insurance courtesy call. Yeah, it was the way they literally just turned around. They were just like, oh yes, you had a fatal accident. I was like, fucking did I? Like, proper, like, Matrix mode.
What are we making
Anyway,
today?
okay, right, new stuff. So, the Rompopolo. That would have been the balloon animal. Didn't know there was capitalism in it. I imagine it's everywhere at this point. The fuck is wrong with these people? Many things. Many. Now see, this one, I'm not a fan of the body on it, but I absolutely love that headpiece. Because watch, the current outfit we have, it bobs around and everything. Is that not just the best? Right, sorry. And it won't let us see the other stuff yet. It'll only let us show you the body until we progress a little bit further on. So I hear you died in an accident. Well, yeah, but it's like, obviously they didn't understand the meaning of fatal. They were just reading off the script and they hadn't put two and two together. I am doing that, by the way.
Alrighty.
And it took a couple of times of going, fatal, for it to be like, oh yeah.
Got something in
Forge or upgrade talismans. Right, what talismans can we get? Preferably, I always like to try and get the recovery one. Yeah, never mind. Recovery will do the trick.
I'm ready to work.
What's up, bruh? Hello, Pan. How are you? Now, if someone wants to pay me good money, I can write a way better script. Exactly. I mean, Christ, I'm sure ChatGPT or whatever the bloody hell it's called could come up with a better one than that. But,
What are we making today?
you know, gotta do what they've gotta do. I'm good. How are you? I am good, thank you. Bruh. Plodding on. I do still want to get that. Right, let's see if it'll let us look at... Oh. We now have ingot armor. So... off with their heads. However, I do like the idea of having her in a crown. I do. Can't lie. So the Rompopolo. That's the male version. The male armor. And the female armor. Not a fan, not gonna lie. It's given serious 90s. Like, you know, when you had the big puffy feckin' jackets everywhere. Not my thing. I like the mask for the male. I do like the mask. That's literally it, though. Not a fan of the rest of it. The bubble jackets. Yep, the bubble jackets. Exactly. Everybody had one. Well, nearly everybody had one, because I couldn't. I couldn't. So yeah, that's the thing. We can't. Can we see all of it? Oh, we can see most of this now. Not so much that one. So, minus the belt. Oh. And the pants. So, the hood wiggles. That's nasty. Though, I answer these spam calls with Whitby Crematorium, you kill him, we grill him. Nice. How much evidence do you need to destroy it today? Nice. I recognise that mask from history lessons. It does look a bit plaguey, doesn't it? There's a woman on TikTok that I follow, and she answers a lot of phone calls like that. She's like, I think she always starts the video with, well, I've just moved, or I've just recently got a landline, or I've just moved into this house and I don't even know the number. So other people aren't going to know the number. So this has got to be a scam call. And some of the things that she says, she's done a you kill him, we grill him before. But, some of them are hilarious. I'm going to have to find them now. And have them ready for next time. Ooh, thunder ammo and paralysis ammo. And sticky ammo. Ooh. Less pierce capacity. That's a bit annoying. Great minds, great minds. It's a pretty fun rhyme. It is pretty good. I do appreciate that. I bet. What can anybody say it that way exactly? I'll have to find them now though. And I'll pop it in the Discord, so I'll be like, look, here's one. Use it next time someone rings you. I might make this. I'm sure someone in the background there just said something about fucking someone up. Did you hear that? I heard that. I'll fuck you up. Like rude. Oh, I need to make that one first. Sorry. I knew that.
Alrighty. Perfection.
Nope.
Look good.
Yep. I pressed the wrong button, sorry. I'll actually let this one play, because I know some people are a fan of the blonde. I ordered a gun, though.
Perfection.
Thanks. Primary, because I'm pretty sure it's primary I've got set right now. Okay, dual blades. I think, are they the ones I have? Yes, they're the ones I currently have. Spent 2 hours earlier creating a wrestler on 2K25. Not proud of that. That's okay. Yes, I am. Thank you. You're welcome. If it weren't for the fact that I was streaming, I would have spent a lot longer making this lady. Just wait until I decorate the bird, which I purposely haven't done on stream because I'll have to get the colours perfect and everything. There's nothing wrong with taking time in your creation, dear. Okay.
Fit you to a T.
Thanks. So... See, you always take time to make a good wrestler. I didn't realise I was walking into a wall, sorry. No, what do you want?
Sorry,
I don't like him.
Who are you again? I'm busy.
Fucking nerve. I wish people in my household would have your understanding.
And just like that, the light blinked out. You guys get anything?
Let's just say I'm still investigating. Not gonna present
He also
my
looks off his
findings
tits.
until I'm certain. Enough chit-chat, though. You've got a visitor.
Hey, I heard you're looking for an underground tunnel. Yabron filled me in. That land spine continues down into the subterrane. I can show you the way if you want.
Bet.
That might be the tunnel I came through.
That would be great. Let's mount up.
Are we winning? Hello, Sirius, darling. We are, I think. But we're not dead. Contrary to scam caller beliefs.
Just follow me. The place I'm talking about is way down deep, in an area we call the subterrane.
Oh, is this the other
Sometimes
spider?
we go there to mine, but we generally avoid it.
I can't remember.
Between the gas, lava, and monsters, there's too much that can go wrong and no way to call for help.
Kind of made a steroid version of Joe Exotic. Oh, I need to see that.
Nah, it's Yabron you should
That's
thank.
fantastic.
He went around the whole village asking for help. Said he wanted to help out the
A
travelers. who came to his
steroid
aid.
Joe Exotic.
So I volunteered, basically.
Aw,
That's fabulous.
did that for us.
Oh, there's our ride down.
No, I think this might be... Oh, no, it might be. Never mind.
It'll take us to the subterrane?
Yep.
That's handy.
I got a gyro. Ah. Okay.
We're almost there.
So where does the land
Almost
spine lead?
there.
If you look east from the basin, you'll see a huge cliff. It stretches to there. But don't expect me to go near it. As we say in the zoos, don't go down a hole without a ladder.
A huge cliff. Nata.
We're going to have an advert to start in about 1 minute. I will pause. Or at least not continue a fight of some sort. I know. Adverts. Shocking. I may sneak off and make a cup of coffee, to be honest.
Wow.
I know. I know.
We're here.
I can't remember what appears here.
It really is an underground tunnel.
No adverts here, Panda. Woohoo!
I remember this. I came through here.
You're sure?
Yeah,
Ads are about to start.
from that direction.
And I can't pause this. Nope. I've already done it. I'm nearly hunter rank 100. Jesus. You didn't say already, you said nearly. For goodness sake.
The Keeper's Village should be right through
But yeah,
there.
Jesus. Hi, Gracel. How are you? Welcome in.
I'm ready to go home.
Well then, let's hurry.
Almost hunter rank 100. That's insane.
Thank you for everything.
I hope you're sure about this. Be careful.
I'm not sure about this at all. I don't have a choice, though. I'm not.
Let's go.
I finished all of it yesterday, just been helping peeps. Ooh, very nice. How did you like it? I know nobody plays it for the story in all fairness, but was the end good? Good. I am glad.
Huh? It can't be.
Also, hello. How are you?
You said this was ice? It wasn't here last time.
But this is the way to your village?
There is the story, then high rank
I'm sure of
kind of extends the story in a way.
remember getting lost
Ooh,
here.
okay.
Why? We were so close.
Take it easy.
I think he needs to take some more shrooms. He was much calmer before.
We should bundle up. Why don't we set up camp?
That is the best Palago outfit. I mean, I know it's not the best in the game, but I love
This
that
must be
parkour.
that cliff that Satesh
Be right
warned us
back,
about.
need food. No problem. Enjoy the food.
All right, so what do you say we
I'm
head
gonna
back
be
to
cheeky.
the surface and regroup?
You, Steve.
good idea.
Hello.
Let's
How
see
are
if we
you?
can find a way to the surface.
I'm sorry.
No need for that. Come on, it'll
Been
work
enjoying
out.
enhanced GTA 5 today. Ooh, very nice. Some areas in the Ice Shard Cliffs are particularly cold. Your maximum stamina will decrease faster than usual in these areas, so be careful. Okay. Hot pepper. Make hot drink. Doing great. I get to watch you play some Monster Hunter. Oh, stop it. I'm glad you're doing good, though. We can customize this. You can pretty much customize everything, can't you? One of the best gems I slotted is the Adaption Gem. At level 1, it'll ignore hot and cold environments. Oh, That's good. I think you can get that in Iceborne as well, and I thought it was like one of the best bloody things ever. Adverts are nearly over, so just wait. But yeah, you can customize this. I made mine look like a mushroom. So it's got a white base. Well, like a white textured base. And a red top sheet with white dots. I'm glad everybody is doing well, though. Speaking of, is it an open party? Because if so, I could finally assist you. If not, I'm more than happy to just watch. I'm fine with people joining in if they want to join in. Not a problem. I've purposely left Discord open just in case. Oh. Welcome back from the ads, everybody that had them. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. There. But yes, if anyone would like to join, just let me know. My butterflies. I should probably... that one. Hello, Dogok. How are you? How you doing? How's it going? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put in the title. Dee-dee-dee. If anyone ever wants to join the gang. I stayed up until 6 AM trying to find someone. Oh god. How's Wilds been today? Wilds has been good today, thank you. Oh, I forgot to do it. Apologies. I forgot. But yeah, Wilds has been good. That game you were playing was absolutely insane though. Absolutely mental. Good mental, but mental. Did I get them up? No, gosh darn it. Come here. Oh, come on, that should have hit. Let's go! Speak. I mean, I do like the fact it provides you with, like, you know, bugs. Yakuza is definitely well crafted inside. Oh, it's Mr. Maxwell plays some Yakuza games. I don't think he's got the one you played. Sorry, I've got a stray hair just tried to blind me. My goodness, it's still there. Oh no. Oh, right. Fair warning, there's about to be a spider. And it's not nice. This is your warning. It does have arachnophobe mode on for the smaller spiders. The arachnophobe mode does not work on the larger one. And this one looks more like a spider than the other one did. Fair warning. Your makeup looks amazing today, by the way. Oh, stop it. Thank you.
Now death greets me with a new mask. Or are you my salvation?
I love how chill that thing is. She's like, I'm fucked.
What shall it be?
True, Panda, look at me. Stop it.
No, we're gonna save you.
You gotta make me blush.
This is clearly a job for the guild.
And your hair's majestic too. Oh my goodness. Stop it. But thank you very much. You're very kind to say.
I struggle. Ergo I am. Faced with death,
I think he's also been on the shrooms.
Truly alive.
Oh.
Hunter, in order to rescue the Linian and secure the surrounding area.
I love him so much. He's so, isn't he?
Authorizes you to hunt that Nursilla.
I'm on it.
We'll be back at camp.
It's like when Olaf like walks back and says, "Oh, I've been impaled."
I'll look for an opening.
No time.
Try to free one.
Commence quest by order of the guild.
Oh.
A supply shipment's come in.
Oh, I didn't do the thing. Fuck.
Fate wills we must.
Leave me alone. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ooh. I like that. Fuck you. Oh, no. No, no. How come you did switch? Sorry? How come did you switch to Lightbulb on? I thought I'd give it a try. And then I forgot that I was giving it a try. And I just haven't switched back yet. It's pretty good though. I don't mind it. I do have the dual blades on there, the bird, that I have named Ziggy Pop. Like Ziggy Pop. I do quite like it actually. It's pretty good. Fuck you. You is hubba. I don't like you at all. Alma, I nearly shot you. Good God. I also like the mindless pew pew pew. Yes. I can keep my distance. For the most part. Ooh. Does it have to make the noise as well? You know what's also great? The fact that you can mount it and shoot from the... Yeah, that is true. Stop it. Sticky ammo. Ooh. Oh, you take a while to...
So many sights left unseen.
Damn it. Oh, do you mind? Unnecessary. Someone from our stream did his whole run mounted just because. I mean, it is good that you can do it. Do be quiet. All I can hear is him in the background being like, oh, this is wonderful. Look at us go. I clicked the wrong ammo. You better run! Oh. Where the fuck were you the entire time? Good God. Yes, 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 I know. I imagine it takes forever.
My salvation, then.
I don't know, it might not be too bad. It depends on what weapon you use, I suppose. Because can you still do your special attacks from being mounted to raw? Because that might not be too bad if you can still do your special attacks. It is great that fate willed you to engage this monster at my behest. I mean, it's not great. It's not great at all. It's actually really, really, really shit. I don't think so. At least with the bow you can't. I didn't think you could. The only thing you can't use mounted is the special attack. The special attack's quite handy. One thing that is about the gun that I'm not as kind of like, yay, on. Oh, don't do that. I was mid-fall and it moved the camera. That was completely unnecessary. Sending the group request while you were mid-battle. That's okay, I didn't even say it. I was too busy going, there's a fucking spider on screen. There's a fucking spider on screen. So you're good, you're fine. Oh, well, that was completely pointless. Oh, look at all the little blobs instead of little spiders. Oh, I'm glad that worked. Let me load. Motherfuckers. Alright, Tarzan. No. Ha! Bitch. I like the stuff you get from both of them, which annoys me greatly because I don't like fighting either of them. Oh, you bitch. Ooh. I like it. That was rude. That was rude. Oh, fuck. No. Go away. You absolutely disgusting thing. Mean. Horrible. Don't approve. Take that. I just like this greatly. What a rude girl trying to kill you. Exactly. Fucking Tarzan and Ala with a joint in that man. Oh, way. Behave yourself. Down, boy. Oh! Woohoo! I broke something. Oh, I missed. Piece of shit. That should have hit. Nope. You fucking swing yourself somewhere else. Oh no. You nasty. Absolutely vile. No tap. Like, why can't it be a butterfly? I don't even like butterflies that much. But I'd much prefer it to... Ooh, that. Oh, You absolute lovely piece of... Whoa. Will you behave yourself? Ah. Oh, did that hurt? Shame. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, go away. Oh, go away, go away, go away. I don't like it, I don't like it. Fuck you. I cannot express how much I absolutely fucking detest this monster. In fact, I can, because as you just heard there, my balls dropped. That's how much I really like this monster. Nope. No. Ooh! Go away. Nope. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck all y'all. Don't like it. I know I've got to carve it, but just have to get that out. Ooh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get done, get done, get done. Thank you, bye. So that happened. Glad I kept my cool, alright. I don't give a fuck what's in there. I'm done. Done. Thank you. Peace out. No. Do you hate other insects too, or is it just spiders? I really dislike spiders. Because spiders. I don't mind other insects from afar. I don't like the fact that if, like, say butterflies, for example, beautiful from afar. Up close, no, because they always fly in front of my face and I don't like it. I can't do it and it's horrible. It triggers us. Okay, I can watch again. Had no idea the arachnophobe mode doesn't work on the boss. Yeah, I'm sorry. What's all these little flobbly bobbly boys about? Well, when you put arachnophobe mode on, it doesn't work on the boss, but anything that can be deemed like, you know, triggering for an arachnophobe turns into flubber. Like those, when you don't have arachnophobe mode on, are very realistic looking little spiders. There's also things that look sort of like Tim Burton-y mosquitoes. They get turned into flubber. How do you feel about crabs? I don't like the way they crawl. I'm fine with them, but I don't like the way they crawl. I would never touch one. The autism wouldn't allow such things. No, 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 no. The same thing, I don't like prawns. Nothing to do with their taste. I just can't touch them because they look like fleas. I don't like it. It's kind of great though. It is. It is very good that it has it on. It's a shame it doesn't kind of alter the boss in some way. Like when you put arachnophobe mode on Hogwarts. I need to press button, don't I? Get the fucking woodwood down. I already got the woodwood down. Was there another woodwood?
I stand corrected.
No, see, I knew he was
My
fine.
end in disguise you were not. Many thanks for the daring rescue.
I can't remember what I was saying, sorry. Oh yes, Hogwarts.
Far from home.
Hello, Rove. I'm Alma. I don't suppose you know your way around this place, do you?
But Hogwarts at least like changes the boss as well.
Shall be elucidated.
I like the way they do it though, because they just make it like the little pointy bat looking thing with roller boots on, kind of like a nod to Ron Weasley.
Well, you might say we're, lost.
Mm-hmm. Could you help us get our bearings? We're trying to reach higher ground, but we can't find a way up.
Shall I be your guide? No objections, I insist. It is the least I can do.
Can I ask how you got caught by the Nursella?
Are there any, like, are you okay with spiders, Grayson?
Carelessness.
Or bugs? Or are you sharing a, like, yes, they're all horrible. Sorry, I still have a rogue hair trying to blind me.
Let that be a lesson for you all.
Let that be a lesson to you all.
Well, if he's offering, I say we accept.
Rove, we'll need time to get ready. Do you mind waiting?
Certainly.
Don't like when they're on you though. No.
Strikes you.
You can never
When we went to New York a few years ago, they had a butterfly exhibit on, and we weren't sure at the time whether it was going to be live butterflies or whether it was going to be with them pinned to boards and stuff. Neither of which really struck us as something I wanted to see, because I may not like them, but I don't like the idea of seeing dead ones pinned to a board. I don't know why. I just not my thing. If it is anybody's thing, good for you. Not mine. They were live, and you got to walk through little perspex boxes, and the fella was just like, oh, they might land on you, and we've got to check you on the way out to make sure they haven't followed you. So I was there with 3 of my friends, and I was just like, right, I'm just gonna zone out. I'm gonna completely disassociate right now so we can get through this and I don't make a scene. If one lands on me, do not tell me. Do not tell me. Just gently remove it, because I do not want to kill a butterfly, and I will lose my shit. Especially if one flew in my face, I would have turned into like Jackie Chan and just be like, "Wah!" No, don't do it. Did you even go? Oh yeah, we found. Yeah, I did. That's either an insect-loving scientist or a psychopath that likes that visual. I mean, I do get that. Like, I can appreciate the beauty of some of the insects. I just don't like the idea of having anything dead pinned anywhere. It's like, you know, when people have the heads of a hunt mounted or something. I'm like, no. Taxidermy's always kind of freaked us out.
Onward to the great above.
Right.
What a terrible place to get lost, and with no fur to keep you warm.
It is quite frigid. I'd say it's as intense as the sand tide in the downpour.
Does it ever get, a little warmer?
No.
Never ceasing, never abating.
So you don't want to go to a human skeleton exhibit. Now see, this is where I'm probably a bit weird. Skeletons, totally different.
Add that to our list of wonky phenomena.
I would be absolutely fine seeing the skeletal shapes of whatever.
Do you think this is the cliffs that Tesh talked about?
Yes. Or at least what he thinks is a cliff.
I'm aware that probably makes no sense, but I'm fine with skeletons and skulls and stuff. I am of the witchy variety, if you will. So, yeah, skulls is something I have a few of.
I don't know how to explain this.
Shiny rocks and
Feels like my village.
kind of gothy looking stuff. Taxidermy? No. Don't know why. Just, That makes sense. That's good. Oh, yeah. I know what we're about to fight. Makes lovely armor. I went to a human exhibit years and years ago. It was pretty interesting, especially one where it was just the nervous system laid out on a table. Ooh. Did you ever see there was a show that was on Sky?
Yeah, it's all one huge
And it was basically like a
Imagine
mortician.
anyone building something like this back home.
Um,
Let alone this size.
And he had like
Do it.
slices
like
of the
anyone could
human
picture
body
it
held
seen.
in like between two bits of glass.
Which
But they had
immediately raises some
literally
questions.
sliced someone, a cadaver, straight down.
Who exactly built
And
it?
it was bizarre.
What happened
You
to
never
their
saw the the
civilization
outer
if they
shell,
were
so you
capable of
didn't see it
something
was an
like
actual
this?
person. It completely,
And if the keepers live out
I don't know,
here,
made it less like
who are they?
creepy. You know what I mean? But it get like just slices of different parts.
I'm fine.
Mental. I can't remember what the show was called now though, and people have probably literally just heard all of that and been like, "Oh my god!" Cross-sectioned human. Yeah, it was like a cross. It was really cool though. Ugh. I hate that bit. I respect the idea of that. I would never be able to actually look at it though. I think I could see it on a TV. I don't know how I'd actually react if I was like in person with it.
Or to hide it in a haystack.
I don't know if it would really like freak us out or not. But watching it on TV screen, it was quite fascinating. And because it was like cross-sectioned out, you were kind of able to be like, I don't know, kind of compartmentalize it. Just be like, yes, it's a person, but I can pretend it's not real right now.
I come here when I'm in
I can pretend this is fake.
I can't believe there was a whole nest. We'll just have to wait out the danger in here.
Yeah. How about we set up camp then?
Your small hovel?
Okie dokie.
Certainly.
Your small hovel. Rude. I love that outfit. Does anyone else actually remember that show, or is it just me? It'll be the elder millennial part that could potentially remember it. Was it actually called Cross-Sectioned Human? I can't remember.
You get some rest?
No.
Hey, Hunter. Let's say there's this little girl.
I remember that. Yes, Yosti, yes!
And she feels like she has to solve
I'm not
all the
alone.
problems alone. If you met
The
this
fella
girl,
that did it
what would
wore
you
like
say?
the
You're
sort of like
worried about this
steampunk
girl?
glasses, the ones that are really round and
Yeah.
very small to your eye.
I
And they
used to
always
be
had
a
a
lot
trill,
like her.
not a trilby, but a
A long time
what's
ago,
the hat
I left
called?
home, and the people
Forgot
who took
now.
me in, they seemed larger than life.
We'll just say a
And I
wide
grew up and
rimmed hat.
realized that actually, adults can be just as lost as kids. When I left my village, they clapped me on the back and said, "Fly far, Lulin." But now, I think they were really saying, "It's your turn
That's
now.
enough pissing off
What
the
do you
Pokemon
choose
community
to
on Twitch.
protect?"
Oh, ballsy. I'm back, don't worry. Yay! Yeah, that freaking hat, right? He looked a little bit like the bad guy in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Everything
Which,
okay?
now thinking back on it, should have made that show a lot creepier.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Did you kill the big spider? We
Fadia
did.
said it was
We
you
did,
who
and I
put my
didn't
name forward for the
scream once.
expedition.
I
Why'd you pick me?
did try and jump out the chair a couple of times.
I guess.
But, you know, it's fine.
I wanted someone who understood what it was like to lose something important. And there was a time when I closed myself off from the world. But then I met Nata.
Brilliant.
And despite having
I stayed
lost
in the chair,
everything
though.
he knew, he was still captivated by
By the way,
world.
question. What exactly is the squad
Seeing
thing?
that inspired me.
I haven't used it until now.
It
It's
made me
basically
realize
like, you
I should
know,
also
your
be out living life.
guild.
The professor wanted a hunter we could trust Nata with.
So you can
And
open
with your
squad-only
background-
lobbies. So
I had a good feeling that you were the
I think
one.
I did open a squad-only lobby.
I hope I can live up to your expectations.
You already have.
Excuse me,
When
I didn't know
first
whether
saw
I was
you
going to
leap
hiccup or
onto
not
that
there.
sacred, my heart nearly burst from my chest. I felt so alive. I knew I made the right choice.
Okay. Sorry. Has your gun got bigger? Sort of. I didn't realise it was gonna get bigger. No euphemisms from me. Managed squad. Woohoo! I will edit all that later. Ta-da! I completely forgot that you had sent those until just now. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That is one of my I know I keep saying it, but that is one of my favourite Palico outfits. The way his little feet just dangle and stuff. Oh, it's so cute. Cute. I'm glad to have came here with it. Me too, kitty. Me too. Is that cat in a fishbowl? No, that's a cat brain in a big science jar. It reminds us of a Steve Martin movie I watched as a child. But that's just a bouncy cat brain.
Rove is far from home, just like me. I wonder if I'll ever see my village again.
Nah.
You will.
You won't. Not gonna happen.
I'm
Sorry.
really sorry for...
I have this head for my cat too, isn't it brilliant? And it's the fact that when it moves, the brain's just like...
We're just worried about you.
I feel so stupid.
I'm not.
I thought finding my village would be easy. That I could take you straight there. I had no idea just how big the world is.
Fucking appearing like
I can't
Gandalf.
believe I can't even show you the way. I feel
So do I need to do
useless.
anything else then? Sorry for the questions. It's a new menu system for me, so I gotta know. It's fine, you don't have to say sorry.
There's only
I can invite you, if you're on now, I'll invite you to the link.
The trek west.
I don't know if just being in the same squad lobby will work to join me quests, so I'll just invite you to the link. And the octopus body, oh, the octopus body. It's funny. It's funny.
Let's get
Need link. I thought I might needed the link. Thank you, Varric. I do be online. Okay, so pop up some missions. I thought. So we have... What did I just do? Invitation list. Nope, that's not what I want. Members. Nope, nope. That one. I can't send a link request. A link request? A link thing. Because this is Sidious's link. Oh, can I if I do it? I've done it wrong, haven't I? No, I don't think I can do it. Go to link party. I am link party. It's not my link. Because I thought that one. We're getting all technical, people. Should be able to now. Hang on. Ah, right. Let it update. Invite to link party. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. Thanks, everybody. I'm back. Welcome back. Now I'm gonna sit my ass
I
down.
think I'm starting to figure out the connection between Wilk and the land spine. I think the land spine is an artificial structure, like this one. Probably built by an
Look at me
ancient
causing
civilization.
drama. That's fine. You're not causing drama.
They share too
You're
many
keeping us on our
architectural
toes, darling.
similarities to ignore.
Not a problem.
Then we know 3 things. First, Wilk stone is produced by the land spine. Second, the land spine isn't natural. And third, the land spine is likely connected to phenomena like the sand tide and the downpour. Add it all up, Wilk seems to be an artificial energy source capable of altering the weather.
Isn't
Oh
Vermeer
my
in the
goodness.
process of repairing the part of the land spine?
Did you kill
connected
this
to
Buddha? I
Zeus?
did. I killed this
Yeah.
Buddha.
And if he succeeds, there's no
I
telling
didn't
what'll
shriek.
happen.
I may have squeaked.
We can't just sit around. Let's get back to Azuz.
Right. I hope the Hirabami have retreated.
Of course they haven't. Why would they have done that?
He has a fever.
We can't leave him here. But if the Hirabami attack...
Good round of you. Yeah. Welcome back, Maxwell. Hopefully you were well fed. Oh, yeah. Did you enjoy your food?
Understood. Authorization granted to hunt the Hirabami.
That character.
We better be quick then.
Hang in there, Nata.
I did pork and egg sandwich. Ooh, nice. Now here's the problem.
Hirabami sighted. One should lead the others in line.
Whoa. Oh, bollocks. I didn't mean to jump off that. Come here.
Dangerous as a pack. We need to separate them.
Using large dung pods could force the pack to disperse.
Leave me alone, you big bastards. Hello. How you doing? And I missed. Didn't miss that time. Ooh! Oh no! I'm stuck! Thank you. Oh, that was a fucking lucky one. Right, that one's gone away. Oh, so it's the other one. Good. Fuck you, bitch. Woo. They look dangerous. They're annoying. They make lovely looking armor though. I have buddies. Hello, buddies. Would you like me to open a VC? Oh no. Ah. Got it. I thought I'd already got it. Now I've got it. I heard you say that before. What, would you like me to open a VC or I have buddies? Is there already a VC? Oh, there's already a VC. Sirius is just miles ahead of me already.
Hello.
Did I just break something?
I'll put the materials I gathered in your items.
I don't know. Did you?
Hang on. Oh, they make love look. I mean, they do though. Did I fix it?
Fix what?
Oh, there you go. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, there's a bonus then.
Yeah, Philly belly. 1 second, people. I apologize. I'm nearly done.
Can't move!
Right. Hopefully, we will not get any more drops. That should have been it. Hopefully. Sirius and Yosti fighting, but they're fighting now when I'm just standing here. Because I'm terrible. Go, Siggy, go! Where the hell are you going? It's right there.
You need to go to the one that's marked with the marker, not one of the other ones.
Touche. Touche. Bye, Yosti! Hang in there. Got room for one more? Yeah. Bear with me. Oh, I need to stop punching the microphone. That'd be a nice start. Where are you going? Are you running away? God darn it.
It's going to go to sleep, I reckon. It hangs itself from the roof.
Oh. Hey, Yosti! Where are you? Where are you?
Oh, Yosti boy, where you at?
Where you at?
Oh, there's two here.
I've got a pod.
I didn't think I was taking both at the same time.
So Yosti's like, I brought a friend! The first time I did this fight, I didn't pick up the pods, and I had to fight this one with the other two continuously around.
I just kept knocking them all down and like shooting through all of them.
Yep.
I killed two of them at the same time. I was like, yes. Tell me
Nice.
how to play the game. I'll show you.
Yeah!
Wait. What are you doing? Where?
Oh! Oh, bye!
Where's he going?
I don't know. I'm just following the bird, man. Are we just going past them all?
It's just floating up in the air.
Oh, there it is. Out of range, bollocks. Run! I don't know if it'll let you join this one because of
We're too far in this one.
yeah. Yeah, you get him.
I don't have traps on me.
You don't have traps on you. My
Yeah, I
goodness.
used my last one in catching a gold crown.
Ooh. Hook 'em up, guys. I'll try. We'll try. Uh-oh. Woo. Nice. Victory.
You can do it!
Thank you. Yay. Oh, how do I do them again?
Hold your left
That one.
bumper and then push right on the D-pad.
I need to sort them out.
Yes, I took my name.
That was really cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I did absolutely nothing.
Wow.
It was these guys. Hello, darling.
Hello. I mean,
hang on.
to be fair, for most of that
I don't know what you're
quest-
talking about. It's all Yosti. It's none of me. I didn't do anything.
No, for most of that fight, I was picking on a different one because I didn't like how he looked at me.
That is fair.
That was my 100th quest via multiplayer.
Oh. Definitely.
I do
It
remember-
was Maxwell carried us all there, obviously.
I do remember the first time I was on that quest, I killed all 3 of them just because I could.
Yeah, that's fair. I just like how I went to jump off the bird because there's Yosti beating the ever-loving shit out of one of them. And Teresa's just like, no, that's not the one you need. No. I'm like, oh, okay, bye. You have fun. Mm-hmm. And now I
Area
can show you
secure.
what the armor looks
It's
like.
safe to bring that
Oh wait,
out.
no, I can't. In a minute I can.
All the more reason to hurry.
Rove, we owe you one. Thanks.
Forget me. Go. If fate wills it, we shall meet again.
We'll have to keep an eye on him, but Nata seems to be resting better now.
I love Rove too, he's cool.
Let's go talk
He's
to
like
Vernon while
Gandalf
he
of the
sleeps.
Woodwood. Hello, Gee, how are you? Cutscenes may be viewed again. Again, I don't watch them the first time.
Yep.
Right, let's have a look. As
What are we
always,
making today?
cat first. I don't know. Right, so the spitter. I think that's pretty cool. I do have a Zelda here. Oh, Jesus, someone just had a fight behind us. The fuck? And the Hirabami. Now, I'm not too keen on the Palico one for them. Hi, not lurk. Zelda here. He, him.
What are we making today?
Right, so... Where is it? Right. Big spider, male. Big spider, female. Emphasis on the female part of the armor. I love the headpiece on that.
I like how it just turns you into a mech.
It does. But I think that armor's lush, but if you put it with that instead. Yes. A tiara? Hello, Nomad, how are you? I hit a lurk emote by accident. Oh, did you? Oh, yes, you did. I didn't even notice. Terrible I am. Observational skills of Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I love that. Very Dynasty Warrior. It is, but I like it. And we can't see the others yet because I still haven't got all the stuff. I am hearing some funky noises. Can you sing as well as him too? Oh, no. No. I can't sing as well as anybody.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening!
Oh!
Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait! Everybody calm down!
Hello. How are you? 1 second, I'll need to swap to the chat screen. When I find the right button. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Did Minecraft actually work? Well, hello. It did work good. They're going absolutely bananas. He does have a thing for bananas, yes. Kinda. Kinda's working. Kinda works. That's fine. Thank you for coming in. For all of the raiders, I am Panda Pop. We are currently on pretty much just a Monster Hunter run, because Thursdays we do the old Monster Hunter, Friday, Saturday we do the new Monster Hunter, and Sunday we do God of War. And probably until further notice, that's how it's going to be. So I'm not even going to say I'm a variety streamer or an RPG streamer or whatever. Literally Monster Hunter and Kratos. Sorry to raid and run, but I got some stuff to do. Have an amazing time, everyone. Not a problem. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night and after stream stuff and all that jazz. If anyone else needs to do some after stream stuff, by all means. I appreciate you being here, but yeah. We are currently monster hunting with a couple of the gang, if you will. That made it sound so lame, didn't it? Oh well. I've said it now. I'll swap back onto the game screen. I know, I can't go back on it now. But can you hear the buttery vocal tones? You know what I mean? Stick around for that.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello.
You're talking about yourself. There's no butter here.
Obviously, I'm talking about my own vocal tones being like butter. Not like the seagull out of Little Mermaid at all. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Follows are anonymous, so don't worry, I'm not going to sit and call you out. Feel free to chat, feel free to lurk. So, I love this armour. To be honest, it's just the hair. I mean, the rest of the armour's nice, but that hair...
It's a very Final Fantasy kind of hair.
It is, isn't it? I like it. It's good, yeah. Read. Anyway. Weapon.
What are we making today?
I don't know. I don't think it makes dual blades. No, got them. They're quite snazzy. When you use the seagull from The Little Mermaid as a description, you can hear it, can't you? You can. Mainly when I'm confronted with the spider and I shriek, you're like, oh yeah. I can see why you make that comparison. No, that's the seagulls from Nemo, you silly sausage.
Mine, no.
The seagull from The Little Mermaid, you know, Scuttle. Tells her about the dingle hopper. Oh my goodness. Can't even remember. Ish. Yeah, nope, no weapon there. And we've just got the gun. Sorry, don't mean to walk away. We've just got the gun. I don't know if that actually makes a gun. Does it make a gun? Oh, it does make a gun. It makes quite a nice looking gun, actually. What's the bullets? He is unforgettable. Yes, he is. What bullets have we got? Water, freeze, exhaust, trank. No slicing. No sticky. Even less piercing. Nah. No tap.
I have noticed very few guns have slicing ammo.
Yeah, it must just be a heavy gun thing. Gonna go play some games and lurk now. Happy hunting, Panda. Thank you very much, Gristle. I appreciate you, my dear. Enjoy whatever game you decide to play.
Even the heavy bow guns don't have many with slicing.
Really?
Yeah. There's one. to...
That one.
It's like not many bows have different, like, ammo type. It's kind of annoying.
That is true, yeah. I
So
do
basically
like
just
the
have to
bow,
use the
though.
close range.
There's only 2 or 3
Nowhere to
heavy
find
bowguns
me.
that have slicing ammo.
Wow. And slicing ammo is like my main ammo to go to.
Yeah, it was mine made to go to as well in World and Rise.
Mind you, in this one, I think Pierce ammo is probably the best ammo I've used so far. It's good.
Pierce
It's
is
good.
pretty good, yeah.
Thanks, Alden. Enjoy your games, Crystal. If anyone hasn't already, you probably should give Graysel a follow. She's adorable, and she plays really good games. She plays Wilds, she plays Path of Exile, and she's actually good at it. Unlike some people that are currently streaming right now. I'll be back. Gonna fix some crap. Okay, you do that. Good luck. I'ma break some crap. Right, what's next? Search for... Oh, I don't like Werner. He seems shifty. He does, though.
You're not wrong.
He seems shifty. Like, if it turns out he's been behind this all along, like proper Agatha style, I am not gonna be surprised.
Just turns out he has been a monster all along.
Yeah. Like, I won't be surprised at all.
Oh, it's the
See?
bird unit.
The bird unit, prick. Oh no! We have ads starting in 1 minute, just so you know. During the ads, I will not go on the quest or anything like that, so don't worry about
Kinda
that.
obvious when you look at its guts.
Then let's cut to the chase.
I can't pause these
If
though.
that thing
So,
is some kind of
in
energy
the next 50
conduit,
seconds, if we're still in a
then the
cutscene,
energy
I'll
won't have
cry,
anywhere
but
to
you'll
go
miss
if its
the
pathways are
cutscene.
broken.
Think yourself lucky.
So,
If all that pent-up energy gets released at once, it'll probably trigger the fire spring. Well, too late. Repairs are done.
we'll unrepair it.
Why? It was broken, now it's not. Pretty sure that's what these folks want.
We will start the festival ceremonies anew!
She's pretty.
No stopping it now. Not once it starts flowing.
Are you talking about Jerry? Yeah. Very pretty in my game.
The like, head lady of the flame oil people. She pretty. Ads are about to start. So you're gonna miss this. Sorry.
Good work.
I'm more into Maxwell's wife. I mean, that is fair. That is fair.
No!
Yes.
What's happening?
You okay?
A shit show. A shit show is happening. See?
What is it?
They're here! Right outside!
Oh no. Ah. I actually really like these. 8 have good taste in women. I have good taste. I don't have good taste in women.
Why?
Mainly because I'm not into women.
You know that's a fair point.
That's enough! Listen up!
I don't have good taste in men
For
either.
yourself
But that's a different story.
We have to put our heads together and fix this. Think, is there anything we can do? Can we quell the fire or reroute it?
Does anybody have an extinguisher?
The old forge! It uses a different system.
Preferably one not
If we
made
fix it up, we might be able to disperse the fire.
Preferably what?
There you go.
one not made in the UK, because that will likely
You're
go
gonna
on
sit
fire
and cry
too.
or get up and help.
Very true.
Let's go.
Let's get this done.
I got this. Let's try.
You need to rest. I'm fine now. I want to help.
No, I do not. At all.
All right.
No time.
Let's go. Okay.
Won't be easy, but we're doing it.
Yes, we are. You guys do
I
your
suppose.
thing.
Let's go. We have our own job to do.
Yeah, we do.
Azuz is in your hands.
Take
Understood.
some ass and kick some names. Eventually, when the cutscene ends. Well, I was hoping the cutscene would last a bit longer.
We can't let them reach the village.
I've got 48 seconds before I'm fibbing. It does look a bit like a unicorn horn, I have to agree with you on that one. Oh no, which one am I shooting? Either. Woo. Both. Well, neither with my aim, let's be honest. Oppa. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. I totally would have not started a fight with these if the cutscene didn't, like, do it for me.
Come at them. Azuz's people are counting on us.
No pressure. Woo.
Yeah.
Damn it. We were doing so well. It's been emotional, but I'm out. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye, Zelda! Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Reload. Oh, hello. Woo! I deserve that. Has it sent you guys the invite?
I'm going to find something that I will do shortly.
It hasn't sent it in right.
Oh, I just got punched in the face. Maybe it's because I'm only on the repel them part.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, actually, I don't think you're on the actual hunt yet.
Whoop-a. Pew pew. Oh. Now listen here. Bitch. Whoa. Hey, I was trying to aim. Yeah. Oh, there you go. One of them's on the
We
move.
give chase. It needs to be contained. Hunter, you take the other one. Understood. We'll take care of it.
No problem. Right, now it should let you. Stop it.
Attention.
Take this. Ah. Ooh, who's on the monster? Go on, Maxwell! Give it what for! I like how I can just see Griffin slowly wandering back, kind of like, my work here is done. Goodbye, my friends. Sorry, I shouldn't be distracted. Ooh. Nice. I feel kind of bad for this thing now. I'm assuming they'll make it tougher with more people in the party.
Yes, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure on that.
It would make sense if they did. Otherwise it'll just be like, and dead. Moving on.
That helped.
That hurt. Woo, I nearly ran into that one. Take that! And one of these! And some of this! Oh, oh, oh! Whoa! Excuse you, sir. I was shooting at you. If you would be so kind as to allow me to do that. That would be great. Ooh, that's a new one. Oh? No. Sorry, I was looking at the buttons on the top to see what other maneuvers I could do. And I got it wrong. Oh, I almost feel bad for it. But you make really nice armor too.
Say that about everything in this game.
I know. I know, I'm sorry.
We do need to kill it to make a nice shirt.
We do. Look, they just have nice armor, okay?
Because it looks real useful.
Alright, I'm on my way in my beautiful looking armor.
Where the fuck is my bird going? We just did this. You jumped back down. Why did you do that?
I should look over there.
You should continue the way that we need to go. That's what you should do. Making us look stupid in front of our friends. Oh wow, you're red. Oh, I missed. Gosh darn it.
Get down from there. Mum said no climbing.
Health and safety! I just basically shot that thing square in the crotch with a rocket.
Way to do it.
I can understand why it's very mad right now, though. Ooh.
Hold on.
Oh, the poor thing. Just give up. Not a boy or girl.
Thanks,
everybody. My goodness, you do look like a bloody Power Ranger. Good job, team.
I will be right back.
No problem.
So how do you feel about my bugdom?
You what?
Because I'm making a joke because it's a bug rather than a Gundam.
Oh, I mean, you and Maxwell do look snazzy like. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Is everyone doing okay in chat? How are you? We look mint. You do look mint. Like something from Power Rangers. Yeah. The poor thing.
That scene right there sums it up. Like what has just gone on. There's me with a giant sword. There's, I think that's twin blades behind it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Now we just need to deal with the forge.
And then me just holding a massive gun.
Back to Azus.
I'm helping.
Yep. I'm literally standing in the background like, you can do it.
You're back.
How's it looking?
So far, so good. As long as nothing else happens.
She had to say it, didn't she? She had to say it.
Find cover!
Get out of here now!
No! We never wanted this to happen!
Or, well, I would be surprised if you did want this to happen, in all fairness. Just saying. Nope. Yuck. Oh no! Oh, look at it! Poor thing. Bye! And that's the introduction to the monster?
Long ago, there was a particularly fierce fire spring. The Black Flame came and consumed the Everforge. It is a story I was told when I was but a boy.
What? Is there nothing we can do?
What have we done?
The guild will take things from here.
Can you handle the defenses here? I'll manage.
We'll step up too. Let's get through this together.
I feel like that's a warning story that should have been passed down and not just that old
Surviving
dude
this
being
is
aware
going
of
to take
it.
all of our combined power.
Know what I mean?
It retreated beneath the Everforge. I'm guessing it's at the bottom of the basin.
Right. I need a tent.
Did you see how hot the Black Flame burned?
Where's the Black Flame? Let us at it.
You'd think so. You would, wouldn't you? You would think so.
Everyone seems like they're in good spirits.
Right.
Let's
Ammo
prepare for the
pouch.
next hunt.
Depleted, pretty much. Fab. Usable only. Good. Right. Restock all ammo. Item pouch. Definitely not gonna need that. Not gonna need that. Nope. Don't think so. Yep. Trunk bombs, that's one. Then where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There it is. Okay. I'm ready.
And I am back.
Yay! Welcome back.
Keep Azuz safe at all costs.
Why, thank you. You looking at me like that for? Gee, yeah, you tell him, Griffin. You nudge that person out of the way.
That's it, Maki. Keep it up.
Wow.
Indeed.
What's the plan if this doesn't work?
Are we going to be okay?
Children.
Don't you worry. Everyone's fighting to save the village.
Right, rolling there.
You are what?
Is that something there? On the signs of it?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'll be back after I'm done with the streamy streams.
Shouldn't we do more to help that traveler?
Remember to restock myself, so I have traps.
Yeah, I've just picked up a trap and some trank bombs. Trying to remember how to blink while find the thing. It's underneath the furnace, I know that.
You go out and hook back round to the right, don't you? So out from the main town.
Down here. Is it down here?
So you need to go out of the town.
Out of the town. Well, 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 on Wild to say, yes, I am sledging. Hello, welcome in. How you doing? Oh, I've got cap lock on. Don't want that. This way out of the town?
Yes.
I don't need any of that. I already have the lobbies I need. Figured I'd pop in and check out how you were getting on. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're doing quite well, actually. Just doing some G-rank stuff on Rise instead for now. Ooh, very nice.
Understood.
How are you getting on with that? I appreciate you popping in, though. Thank you. Is this the way out? I know you're literally...
Right way out because there'll be a bug. There'll be like one of the cooled down bugs.
Cool down bugs.
To the left side, the glow cyan.
It's like this bit. Oh wait, no. Cool down bugs. Yeah.
That's
right.
the wrong side. The ones you're going out towards zone 4.
Yeah.
And then you hook round to your right.
Zone 4 it is. Getting on alright. Missing focus mode just a bit. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Right, we're going towards zone 4, which is that way. I get there in the end.
And then you hook around to your right. And you go down another path.
Gemma would be all over this.
Can I catch these to use them? I can't remember.
It's the giant ones that you catch and get a shock trap.
Fair. Right. Back on the birdie. Nope, that's picking up the weapon. That's not getting back on the birdie. And to our right. Come on.
Yeah, we go down by like the giant hole.
Yeah.
There's like a meteorite's hitting the elevators opposite.
Elevators up to there. We can. I knew I'd get there eventually. With lots of help. Elevator! Because I'm sure there's a place around here where they're like, you could put a camp here.
That's if you come down here without going down the elevator.
Oh, okay. Yoink.
This is its spore.
This fight's gonna be different.
That'll be fine.
Hello.
The black
Quest has begun.
I'll draw its attention.
Whee! Ooh. Nope, nope. Oh, I deserved that. That was deserved. Excuse me, a little bit less deserved. Woo! Ooh, get bonker. Listen to you, squiggly wiggly bitch. I do not appreciate you killing me. Now you'd think that would work. It has eyeballs. Good! Fuck shit! And ooh! Now it's mad. Ooh. Ooh!
Let's tank back like a boss.
Take that, and one of those, and some of this. I didn't expect that to work. Nice. Oh, not the time to get an itchy nose. Go, go, Power Rangers! Yoink. Oh, goodness. think I made it, man.
Power up.
Boop. Reload. Come on now. There you go. Oh, good God. That was just fire and lava everywhere. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Somewhere. I missed that.
Oh, it's dragging me with it. It's dragging me.
Yeah, I got dragged as well.
Why are you running?
Why? Why?
I mean, it is getting fucked a bit. Hey, hey, I just got here. Back off. Good.
There's bagpipe.
Will you fucking stay still? I injured something. On myself, on the monster. Ooh, I walked into that. That was silly. Oh yeah. Good job, team. Woo. Lovely. Sorry, I'm getting goodies. I'm getting goodies, and then I'll be right with you. And that was perfectly timed because we're now on the 3-hour marker. Which means we gonna raid out. Oh, I've just realised my light died.
No.
Oh no. Oh God. I don't know when it died because now it's like blindingly bright. God damn. Okay, fine. Stay down then. Be like that. That's kind of cool. You can't really make out much of what's going on there, but that's kind of cool. Nice.
I'm sure
Indeed.
Gemma and the others have it under control. Let's head back.
Right, and then we'll save, and then we'll find someone to raid.
Well,
It's among the best we've made.
It's all thanks to you!
Good work, Lucky.
thank you. We owe it all to you.
No, we did this together.
Everyone, great work! We did it!
Stunning make.
Stunning him out too.
I want a shiny rock.
You did well.
We owe you and Jesus an apology. Hey.
Right.
It's fine. You did it for us. We were the ones who got carried away. All's well as long as the Everforge is working.
Thought I'd seen it all.
Happy to help.
Gemma? The boss said I did well. I think he's really excited for the next one. That's great! When everything was falling apart, I was ready to give up, you know. But then, you really yelled the courage right back into me. You single-handedly saved the day.
I don't know about that. I think you can't get a finished product without
Excuse me?
all the components coming together, right?
Yeah.
This is why I skip cutscenes.
People sure are strong.
Well.
Thank you, travelers, for everything you have done.
All of Azusa's tribes owe you our lives and livelihoods.
What do you intend to do next?
We'll begin by returning to the Plains base camp. We have to share our findings with our colleagues.
Really?
It's not the worst idea I've heard.
Chief Ubron, you mentioned hearing stories about the Black Flame when you were a boy.
Yes. I pored over some old tomes and finally found what I believe might be its name. It is called New Udra.
The apex predator of this region.
I still say you should have shared that information with people well before now.
It was arrogant to think we could harness the Fire Spring's power anytime we want.
Turns out too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Was that the first time the Fire Spring ever broke its cycle?
Yes. Werner explained that our seasons are produced by some artificial mechanism. Not sure I believe it. Everything we consider nature isn't natural. We're gonna need some time with that one.
Werner was just trying to make things better for us. We won't hold it against him.
You should. I'm sure he's a prick.
All units of the expedition will be converging at the Windward Plains base camp. Rosso from the Rubrum unit is requesting our support. We should find him at our earliest opportunity.
Okay, and now we save. Hunter rank 5, woo! I say with a hunter rank 90 in the group.
I'm 100 now.
Never mind. And I'm like, 5! Yay! Right, save. Ooh. I will mute myself while I go and do a ready raid.
Okie dokie.
Okay, let's go. We don't need that song on. I like this one though. Okay, so who do we raid? Do we have anyone that we're currently following playing Wilds? Do you want to stick with Wilds or would you like to do something else? Because if we go for people that we already know and we don't stick with Wilds, we will be playing another game. Well, we will be watching another game. So we have 7 days to die as an option. Final Fantasy 14. Left 4 Dead. Or if I go same category, if anyone's got any suggestions as well on who you'd like, if you've got anyone that you'd like to raid, by all means. You know what? I think we'll go Final 14. Because it's been a while since I've watched some Final 14. So there's the shouty. Oh, I need to start the raid, don't I? That would help, wouldn't it? That is the... No, it's not, because I typed it too many times. I'm full of shit. That is the raid subscriber message. Raid follower message. If you have your own raid message, by all means. There we go. Just copy that because I keep forgetting to do that. So, thanks everybody for being in with us tonight. I've really appreciated you all being here. Thank you for the raids. Definitely appreciated that one. Was surprised, but thanks. And thank you guys for helping me with the fight. I appreciate you the mostest. Mainly because I would have died if you weren't there. But we will be back tomorrow with God of War. I'm going to hunt the spider on this now. So I can get the nice armor. Because you don't want to watch me hunting that spider. Nope. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself this evening. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye.